работает хорошо. Всем привет, с вами Дан, с вами Жека. Mass Effect 3 продолжается. Вообще, я думал сегодня сперва Skyrim записать, конечно. Но потом думаю, блин, что-то я затупил, короче. Дай, думаю, Mass Effect 3 запишу сперва. Я вообще планирую, знаешь, как... через одно так делать.
Commander, have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well, then you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
Have you pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth?
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Artura's station before we knew what was happening. From there was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
Sending us to the Mars archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire second fleet to provide cover for the third and the fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
How do you see us winning this war, Admiral?
By making you the tip of the spear.
I'm flattered, but the Normandy's just one ship.
And a fast one. You can move quickly, hit a target, and leave before the enemy has time to react.
It's an advantage. But can it win a war?
It's the larger principle that matters. We'll never defeat the Reapers in a full frontal assault, Shepard. The battle against Sovereign 3 years ago took everything we had, and that was just one Reaper.
I haven't forgotten.
So I'll find their soft spots, avoid them where they're strong, and hit them where they're not. And when I find gaps in the armor, I'll hammer them with every soldier's ship and bullet we've got.
Has your analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
The R appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
Do you think it's risky, building something like this when we don't even know what it does?
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me. But the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Any updates on Cerberus?
There's still the wild card here. Hitting the archives on Mars suggests they're after the same thing we are. A way to defeat the Reapers.
It didn't seem as if the Elusive Man was suggesting we appease them. Not like Saren did. You'd think we'd be on the same side, now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
The Elusive Man talked about controlling the Reapers. You seem to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the Elusive Man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Да-да. Призрак там свою войну ведет, блять. Так, добыли мы кое-что новенькое. Первый флот Альянса. Так, вот, Азинкур мы нашли. Один из кораблей Альянса, спасших иллюзию от пиратов и работорговцев во время Скелянского блица 2167 года. Его капитан отказался от повышения, чтобы остаться со своей командой и кораблем. Так, 103-м подразделение морской пехоты. Отряд Зета, прозванный поджигателем мостов, состоит из боевых инженеров и саперов, специализирующихся на уничтожении вражеских укреплений. Их уважают за опыт, знания, упорство и энтузиазм. Так. Отряд спецназа Дельта. Половина офицеров отряда Дельта имеют класс N5, некоторые N6. Специализируются на конфликтах вне сектора космоса, контролируемого Цитаделью. Попасть в Дельту непросто, они славятся как профессионализмом, так и шумным поведением ее членов после выполнения заданий. На вопрос об убийстве своих подчиненных капитан Мэтью Браун ответил: радуйтесь, что после систем Терминус мы всю базу не сожгли. Веселые ребята. Так, исследовательский флот Альянса. В мирное время этот флот разведывал новые звездные системы. Стал объектом критики в 2185 году, когда несколько десятков служащих были обвинены в сокрытии данных о богатых месторождениях с целью продать их Барри Фронтирс. Альянс пытался замять скандал, но безуспешно. Постепенно была доказана причастность к делу большого числа офицеров. Для искупления вины целиком был приписан к проекту Горн. Так, ракеты дротик. Так. Снабдить все дредноуты союзного флота этими ракетами. Так, турианцы, 79-й флот проявился во время Кронского восстания, сразившись с врагом у Дигериса. Чтобы защитить колонию, турианцы пожертвовали многими кораблями. Века спустя флот продолжает боеполагаться на скорость и маскировку. Хорошо. Так, вот, примарх.
Commander, thank you for allowing me the use of your ship, and for going along with this plan. Garrett said he had to attend to the Normandy's weapons systems. Something about calibrations.
Sounds like Garrus. I'm sorry to say the Asari Counselor won't be joining us. She thinks there's too much bad blood with the Krogan.
She may be right, but there'll be a lot more blood. Real blood, if we don't try.
When you put it that way.
The sooner we have this summit, the sooner we'll know. Is there something else I can help you with?
Да.
How are things on Palaven?
The casualty reports are staggering. The Reapers are using our own tactics against us. Destroy the enemy with overwhelming force.
I've seen the same on Earth.
The strategist in me admires their brutality. The Turian in me knows I'm watching the destruction of 15,000 years of civilization. My civilization.
How is it being the Primarch?
Not what I imagined. The battle of all time is happening on Palaven, and I'm light years away, reading casualty reports in the millions. If I'm going to die, I want to be with my men, so there's no doubt we fought to the last soul.
I understand. Leaving Earth to save it. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I'm not surprised. Garrus speaks highly of you. You never asked to be a leader, yet your people will die if you refuse. We find ourselves in similar circumstances. Let's hope the spirits grant us the strength to see it through.
I understand this is a difficult time for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements. Can I still count on your help?
If the Krogan help us on Palaven, then I give you my word.
Thank you, Primarch. My thoughts are with Palaven.
And mine with Earth.
Да, такое, знаешь.
Commander, Edie just went offline.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know, she's not responding and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to Deck 3.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is censored on Deck 3.
See if you can get to Edie. I'll check the AI core.
Бегом, блять. Сузи, ты чё там вытворяешь, твою мать? Тихо там.
Automated systems have the fires contained. It should be safe to enter. We'll follow your lead.
Ну давай.
Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire or something.
I'm going in.
В натуре проводка загорелась.
Edie, talk to me.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
Edie?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
Edie, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can. Then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew is a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
On that, we can agree.
Ох и тело.
Was that Edie who just walked by?
Yes, it was.
Joker is going to have a field day with this.
Джокеру, говорит, с ней повезло. Ну да.
Two of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's him. He's an old friend of Erdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different. Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, A certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table. Something else you want to talk about?
You mentioned you still had family on Paladin.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. Pretty soon, blind hope is all we'll have left. And I hate being blind.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them. And he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in CSEC. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. Then if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of succession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape. Good to be back on board, Shepard.
Ох и Гарус. Не, ну действительно, там генерал, который был на Минае.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Ему же реально генералы чести дают, камон. Так, запись допроса. Следователь Альянса, 11 Альянс, да. Да, ты посмотри, что за имплантаты ей в лицо воткнули. Тихо, она проснулась, оперативник сервера, неразборчиво. Следователь Альянса. Здравствуйте, вы знаете, где находитесь? Офицер сервера. Оперативник неразборчиво. Вы хоть понимаете, как сильно влипли? Эй, успокойся, слушайте. Врать я вам не стану, у вас проблемы. Но это не значит, что их нельзя как-то решить. Если поможете нам, мы можем. Взрыв. Ты в порядке? В порядке. Но черт возьми, она мертва. Что? Все лицо исчезло. Это что, лицевая бомба какая-то? Вот блин. Сайберы что, все так заминированы? Современные проблемы требуют современных решений.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship. Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Да, я как бы тоже, блядь, знаешь, сколько вы потратили, чтобы его захватить?
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Greetings, Commander.
Блин, столько времени потратили на то, чтобы захватить этот корабль посредника, а в итоге она таранит им крейсер Цербера. Такая, ну все.
We actually have a research department for that. They focus test looks, voice, manner. Apparently, girly is good. Sorry, pay more attention. Solarians relate to high-pitched voices.
And Turians?
Turians are nuts. Civilization of war nerds. Loyal viewers, but they write the creepiest fan mail.
Понятно все. Что расскажешь?
Whose mech was that? She has got some curves. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Ellers.
Let me know when we do.
Можно его выгнать в открытый космос. Отличная идея, мне кажется.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Ну ладно. А есть что? Так, ну давай осмотрим корабль, поговорим с кем можно поговорить. С кем-то же можно поговорить. О, он теперь здесь.
Everything is in order.
Кстати, мы же там что-то новое понаходили, да? Армакс арсенал. Урон от оружия, урон от выстрела в голову. Урон в ближнем бою. Урон от оружия. Ну, кстати, выглядит довольно-таки неплохо. Но я пока сохраню старый этот. Так. Так, меньше вес, но и меньше урон. Так, пока уберем. Так, что у нас? Гадюка. Урон намного меньше. Но у нее скорострельность больше. Нормально. Джеймс, что расскажешь?
What the hell's up with Edie?
She's found a new home, I guess.
A super hot, sexy home. You take her on a mission, I'm gonna be just a little bit distracted.
You mentioned a mission you had against the collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar and I was one of the few to make it out. You want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or
what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten a taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
Как же он его троллит, а?
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'll go to his head.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle, retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yeah. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Да-да. Ну, ничего, давай посмотрим. Что-то... Вернулись модели корабликов. Но можно еще поставить. Хомяк жив-здоров. Что там у тебя?
Commander, are you all right? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I did not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project is the best training facility in the galaxy for human biotics.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie...
Сервер, сука.
It's fake. Edie thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship.
Было дело.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy is being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
Так, что там? Арителок, серьезно? Не хочу, не захочу упустить на Цитадели. Не жаль, меня за слишком много. Так. Нюднум брау. Спектр. Ну, Кайден там прочухался. Так, звонил и посылал письма, но ответа не дождался. Не знаю, дойдет ли это письмо. Узлы связи на Земле больше не работают. До меня дошел слух, что Цитадель прибыла в Нормандии. Ты вообще жив? Я сейчас в больнице Гуэрта. Поступил сюда под именем Таннер Нуара. Прошу прощения за псевдоним и шифрованное письмо, но при моей профессии иначе нельзя, тем более раз я не здоров. Нам нужно встретиться, и прежде чем обстоятельства нужны... Тейн на Цитадели! Так, работает доктор Гаррет Брайсон. Угу. Омега. Короче, мы сейчас возвращаемся на Цитадель, я смотрю. Там Тейн, там Аленка какая-то начухался. Джокер.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot.
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that Edie was going to install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would have baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, Edie. Yes, you are.
Ой, Джокер. Начинается вот это вот.
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions, if I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
Да чё ты?
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
No.
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
Ну ладно. Чё тут эти две девахи?
Primarch seems like a good guy. He'll get his people moving in the right direction.
He's a good guy with his homeworld on fire. All he committed to is this war summit. A war summit we have to host since the Solarians won't even let a Krogan on one of their ships.
Ну, их можно понять в какой-то степени. О, Господи. Так. Так. Вообще, надо бы, конечно... О, там еще что-то. Ой, тут что-то открылось. Ну-ка.
Signal confirmed.
Серьезно, даже здесь, блин, обитают твари. Ну, плюс 10 тысяч. Единиц горючки. Неплохо так-то. Все, мы валим отсюда. Уходим отсюда. Угу. А тут только... Тут не только одна же, да?
I found something.
Пока мы тут сканируем, блять, они с той стороны сканируют уже. О, протанский обелиск.
Faster than light jump successful. Evasion successful.
И с той стороны.
Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump
А
successful.
где он? А, вот он где. Бать.
Evasion successful.
О, хорошо. Можно валить отсюда теперь.
Reapers eluded. Signal confirmed.
Угу. И они там уже сканируют, суки. Ладно, ладно. Здесь 1000. Вообще, в принципе, знаешь, можно делать вот так. На слух определять, есть тут что-то или нет. Но так кружиться это долго. Вот он. То есть можно так кружиться, но это очень долго. Это в больших системах это не прокатит, мне кажется. Кто там что пишет? Так.
Normandy, we are transferring your docking clearance to an Alliance official.
Figures. Finally back in action, the Alliance already wants us tagged and collared.
Just our way of welcoming you back, Flight Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting docking permission?
Docking permission granted. Would you like private transport arranged?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
So, you're just silent behind enemy lines until the war is over.
No, they've got us on rotation. We're mostly in fortified zones until strike teams clear an area. Then we come in and set up medical bunkers and supply depots. And then the main fleet comes in to occupy.
I'm not wearing commando leather, honey. What does that mean?
We'll be perfectly safe. They don't put engineers on the front lines.
Да, конечно.
You won't be able to talk to us.
А укрепление, все остальное. Сам же говоришь, склады и прочая хуйня. Так.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
But what I need is proof. I can't take your word on this. But those assumptions merely leave my son stranded in enemy territory. Bilal may still be alive. I fully understand the situation. Of course, I read through the names of the dead every day, but please, please, a few more minutes of searching could mean a lifetime of peace for my family.
Someone in your family is MIA?
My son Bilal. And bureaucratic compassion seems to be in short supply. I'm Ambassador Dominic Osoba. My son's squad returned from their mission on Benning without him. I found them drinking, but they won't even look me in the eye. I can offer a bounty for any information. If Bilal's alive, we want him home. If he's dead, then we can begin to mourn him.
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Either way, you will set my mind at ease.
Да. О, вот, ты же был.
I think I recovered the obelisk you mentioned from the Shrike Abyssal. It's waiting in Bay D24.
Really? Thank you, Earth Clan. Were your people involved in a secret construction project of some sort? I am certain this obelisk would help.
Понятно.
Good morning. Oh, hello, ma'am.
Ma'am? We'd have this discussion, young lady. You're to call me Teresa. Maybe my son didn't have a chance to marry you because of this damn war. But you're still family in my book. Nothing will ever change that.
Of course, Teresa.
I'll come back later during your break if you want. Treat you to lunch. What do you say?
I would love that, Teresa. Thank you.
Бабуля конкретно поехала кукуха.
Commander Shepard, John Dumba, Special Tactics and Recon. I've got intel suggesting that high-level Hanar officials may be indoctrinated.
That's a damning accusation. What have you got?
Evidence of an Alliance Black Ops team raiding a Batarian research station. The Batarians were studying Reaper technology.
The Batarians had Reaper technology?
The Alliance raid turned into a massacre, and the humans ended up with nothing. Your people faked a power failure to hide the incident.
The Batarians would have gone to war if they'd found out. But how does this implicate the Hanar?
They maintained discreet gray market trade relationships with the Batarians, and led the Alliance to the station. We suspect those Hanar operatives escaped with Batarian tech. If your reports on the Reapers are accurate, they could already be indoctrinated.
What's your source on all this?
It was an anonymous gift, but I believe it came from a thief named Kasumi Goto. I've been after her for years.
Kasumi? You're hunting a thief?
A master thief. Her intelligence and skill are almost Solarian.
I'm sure she'd appreciate praise from the Spectre who's chasing her down.
I only need her data. I admire her personally. And since she sent me this, I assume her feelings are mutual.
What do you need me to do?
The Hanar operative is now a diplomat on the Citadel. I don't have a public name, and the Hanar will go to ground if I make a formal inquiry.
So we're hunting.
I'm tracking suspicious transmissions to the Hanar homeworld. I could use your help.
Let me see what I can dig up at the Spectre office.
Thanks, Shepard. And for the record, not everyone doubted your concerns about the Reapers. I just hope we're not too late.
So, remember when you helped me get KG's grade?
Ты что ты делаешь, блядь?
The one with information that could start a war.
Information like an Alliance Black Ops raid on a Batarian research lab?
I figured it wouldn't hurt to leak it now. Especially if there really is an indoctrinated jellyfish out there. Crazier than usual. If you don't mind me tagging along cloaked, maybe I can help you dig up some dirt on the Hanar.
I'd appreciate it.
Ох уж это Касуми. Так, что тут у нас? Освобождение инженеров Нормандии. Габриэл Денскендон задержан на Цитадели по обвинению в сотрудничестве с Цербером. Не сопротивляясь аресту, после чего Нормандия была передана Альянсу. Конечно. Они нам нужны. Так.
security reports. Can you track the transfers coming from the Hanar embassy?
On it.
Bao's got a good plan. Hanar are predictable. Anything suspicious in their terminal use should narrow down our list of suspects.
So you approve of Bao?
Absolutely. He's a good Spectre. The galaxy needs more like him.
And the fact that he's trying to arrest you?
Well, nobody's perfect.
Хорош, ладно. Так, между тем, Валькирия. Давай возьмем что. Визит, турианская винтовка, антиматерия. Ну, пусть будет, чё. Так, терминал возле посольства. Давай побегаем, чё. Что, бабка еще не разговорилась. Так, а где конкретно находится этот терминал? Вот он.
Bao, I have some possible hits. Got some strange money transfers on Balone, and Alun is sending a lot of data.
Balloon's clean. His money transfers are to support his mistress. I'm not sure about Alun. I'll put his bio.
I'll check Alun's personal record.
Can I just note how odd it is for a Hanar to have a mistress?
You know, if Bao catches up with you, I can grant you immunity.
What, if I join up? Last time I did that, you wrote me into a suicide mission.
I didn't say you had to join up.
You were working your way around to it.
Да ладно тебе.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
Так, давай в больничку заглянем. Там Тейн. Надо с ним встретиться, поговорить.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
We're at this little farm. We killed a few enemy scouts, and it's quiet. The shuttle gets called away for support, so I'm there for the night. The humans get me dinner, show me around. One of them, this freckled farm girl, maybe 15. She wants to hear all about what it's like to be a commando.
You were probably the most exciting thing ever to land at her farm.
Yeah. Well, she's saying she wants to be a pilot, and I say that life on a ship is grimy. And she asks if I'd like to use their shower.
Going by my records, you'd been on active duty for more than 3 weeks. Probably no real chance to get clean in all that time.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial. President Huerta died about 2 years ago. No, you don't understand. This isn't Fort. Listen, I am the surgeon at Huerta Memorial on the Citadel. We have several alien patients here at this time, and we need... No, regular Metagel won't work. We need the modified version to better says he's alive. 5 justices say he's alive. 2 of them appointed by him. The name is what it is.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is.
Having a VI drive your body isn't life. Are Reaper husks alive?
You did not just say that.
But it's the same thing, isn't it? He walks and makes noises just like they do.
Fine. I guess I'm just surrounded by zombies.
Thanks. It took her long enough to get the hint.
Welcome to Serta.
Be safe.
Тейн, здорово.
Commander Shepard, when I heard Earth was under attack, I tried to call. I never got through.
Thain, good to see you staying in shape.
My disease kills slowly. With enough care and a healthy lifestyle, it can be delayed for a few years. Of course, my allotted time has come and gone. Now I exercise because it pleases me. What are you doing here?
Visiting a friend, Caden. He got hurt protecting me.
The human biotic in intensive care. I saw the marks of an implant.
Yeah.
We have spoken. He seems an honorable sort. Your enemies may try to finish him off here. I will look out for him.
I appreciate it, Thain.
I am near the end of my life. It is a good time to be generous. Kepral syndrome has put most of my other plans on hold.
Do you know how much time you have left?
I've been to several doctors. My favorite gave me 3 months to live. 9 months ago. It's freeing to find no requirements placed on me. No responsibilities. No fears. It is a good end to a life.
I'm back on the Normandy on an important mission. Sure could use you.
I would not be as I was before. I need daily medical attention. And if I know you, you will want to fight the Reapers somehow. You need the best at your side. And I am not at mine.
You don't have to wrestle down Krogan and break their necks. I'm sure we could find you lighter work.
I am at peace with what I've done in my life, Shepard. There comes a time when one must rest from war and conflict. It is not your time, but it is mine.
Are you in a lot of pain?
At times. The oxygen transfer proteins don't form correctly. Your human equivalent would be hemoglobin. As a result, my blood is low in oxygen. No matter how much I breathe in, I get tingling, numbness, and that is the best of it. As for my brain, I cannot track the damage. I just experience dizziness from time to time.
I wish the best for you, Thain.
And I for you. Do not grieve for me. I have good doctors. My son visits regularly. Perhaps we will keep up via the extranet now that you are free. Until we meet again, Shepard.
Ну, чё? Кого? Жалко, конечно, Тейна. По-своему.
Hello again, Commander. Here to see our patient?
How is Caden doing?
Stable. There's no evidence of cognitive impairment from the concussion, but multiple shoulder fractures are still on the mend. Bed rest under observation is all that's needed now. I'm sure a visit would be welcomed.
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
Ну, а заглянем к нему мы уже в следующей серии, так что пока закончим. В принципе, неплохо было повидать таких старых друзей, можно так сказать. На этом пока все. С вами был Дан, с вами был Жека. Всем счастливо и всем пока.